So anyway, thank you for checking in and tuning in and all that sort of stuff. This is about the 400,000th chess puzzle storm or streak I've ever done in my whole life. So I'm going to begin now, and I hope you enjoy this wee session. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I don't check the chat much, so here we go. Let's have a look. I already know the first one is checkmate in 2 moves. That's the first one. This one is this. This one is this. This one is this and this. This one is checkmate on the spot. This is very airy for the king. Harry, Mary, Clary, Clary. This is checkmate on the spot. This is checkmate in 2. Here's checkmate in 2. Now do I just go checkmate? The intent is to play rook g4, but we don't. We play rook h3 checkmate. This is one that had me a wee bit thinking, what do I do now? So I'll take that. And next move, we don't have rook e4 because the bishop is protected by the pawn. The pawn is protected by the bishop, something like that. So here we got this nasty check. Even though everything's happening, look, another queen. We play this move, and it's checkmate. Now we're wanting to get the opposition here. So if we sidestep here, we've got the opposition, see? So there's an odd amount of squares between the white king and the black king. At the moment there isn't, because, and so, but also black has to look after this protected pass c5 pawn in this case. And so if we go here, okay, I'll just show you real quickly. The king has to go here, of course. Then we go king here, and then the king has this square, this square, this square, and then we play king d5, okay? And then he's gone the other way too. And so we have a 1 king and pawning game there. That c5 pawn being protected past is very, very strong. Here we have to act quickly, because if we play a waiting move like king e4, king h4, king f4, then black will play king h5 and then nobble or grab this pawn here. So we can see here that we got 1, 2, 3 and away, and 4, 5. Okay, so we got 5. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And whereas black's got to get rid of this pawn and this pawn, so that's 2 moves, and this pawn, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're going to win the race. Now, this is a wee bit different because now there's a few things on board, but I do see the trick. I hope you see the trick too. Can you see the trick here for black to win? In this case, the only clue I will give is it wins material. Usually the case. And there is a wee trick here for black to meet. Okay, so black has to meet a wee trick. And so what is that? So the trick is that a piece will attack another piece in vengeance, or whatever the word is. So, and so I think I'm correct in saying that once I play f6, okay, here it comes, we're attacking the rook. So the rook can counter-attack, that's the word I was looking for, counter-attack by attacking the bishop on d6. Instead of, so that if pawn takes bishop, then rook takes bishop. Then we have, because the pawn's on f6 now, we have bishop back to here, and the rook is attacked. Okay, it can take on d5, and then we can take this pawn, and it's protected. We can take this bishop, I mean, and it's protected as the bishop is on e7. So I'll go here. Oh, okay. Well, that made it easy. Did have that intermediate move though. White did. Here we got quite a nice one. Okay, so what do you think is? It's sort of like a B grade. A B grader of a chess club would see this continuation. Hopefully. So the continuation is coming up right now. I'm just going to check the chat to see if anyone's sort of come on board. Oh, hi, Lydia. And sorry, I don't check my chat very often. But thank you very much. And so here we go. Here it goes. Here is rook check, and now we do this check here, and it's pretty hard. If king h1, then we have simply rook takes f1 checkmate. Hope you can see that still. Here this bishop is protecting the rook, of course, so we just lift this and we lift this. Now we could take the rook, okay, and then the knight will be defended with rook f1 most likely. So what we do is first we do this. Do I want to keep playing checks, or do I just want to? No, I don't want to be sort of sarcastic. I don't mind being sarcastic, but I'm not going to be. I'm going to take the booty, which is the queen in this case, instead of trying to be fun about it. This is a nice one. Can you see this one? So this is a nice one. Can you see the continuation here for white? I wish I could play the, I probably can. If I close this window down, I probably can. I don't know. I close this window down a little bit. If I do this, that's causing funny things. So here I've got vision of the display. I could go in studio mode. Don't think that's affecting the play. As soon as I do that, then I'm going to just see. So have you seen this continuation? And here it is here, okay? Queen sacrifice and rook sacrifice. Not, but queen sacrifice for pawn. It's pretty good, isn't it? Oh, now I'm going to go check and all that sort of stuff. So here I go, check, and here. And if bishop g1, then knight f2 wins the queen, as it's a royal fork. So that's what happens. Yeah, this is getting a little bit more difficult for the brain, but I'm going to take this. I'm going to play back here and back here. So here we have this move here, and once we come here, we've got checkmate next move. Against, sorry, checkmate the move after. Okay. So this is a wee bit different. But I think that this is decisive, this move. And we have rook g2 and king here. I think. Oh. Now, where do we go now? We don't go to we don't go to h1. Wow. What's happening here? This isn't bad, this one. What am I missing here? Why does it look like I'm going to get checkmated next move? I'm not. Of course. Wow, I didn't even see that. Goodness me. If I go check here, queen check, and queen takes. Humpty bum bum. Check. And if capture, and queen takes. Bishop g3, queen h2 checkmate, if we're allowed. It could be rook g3. Oh, it's not exactly totally clear. It might be rook g3. I don't even know at this stage. It's a bit iffy, is what they said about my capture window demister thing, or whatever it's called. So sorry about this, but this one I don't have a clarity. I think I just about feel like playing rook there, but I don't think that's it. Okay, so if I go rook f2, queen f2, and then bishop g3, I think that looks decisive. If king h1, well, I think that... Okay, well, that's decisive. If rook g1, then queen h3 is checkmate. This diagonal looks good, doesn't it? And we've got the double hit on the checkmate threat, which there's only this move or this move, not h6, because queen h7 checkmate, and then we're threatening queen takes c6, which is decisive. In my opinion, it's decisive. Well, we're not going to take anything else, are we? Oh, what? So it's one gone, one loss. Checkmate. Just always the problem is my impetuism. So he'll go here, checkmate. And here we have checkmate. Oh dear. Here we have checkmate. Here we have checkmate. Here we have check, check, and mate. Tangy one. check. Okay. It's not terribly great, that one. I'm just checking the chat again. Hope the music's okay. I was looking to try to change it, but didn't get around to it. Checkmate. Okay, I know it's already set up for me, isn't it? So you've got check and checkmate. Okay. We've got check mate, which is a little bit elementary for us. Here we got I was looking at just winning that queen on e5 because it's pinned with the pawn on f6 is pinned by the bishop, but it wasn't the right one, was it? There you go again. Gonna mark it up again, Dave. Now at the moment, it's the queen is pinned, and so we're going to take this first, and then we're going to take this, and then we're going to take this, and then we're going to take this. Oh dear, what is going on here? Okay, I'm not terribly happy with this one. I mean, I can win this f5 pawn, sort of, because the queen takes rook after. So that might not be it. I have to take this first. I'm not going to lock that in. I have to take that first. There's my stomach. Fat. Yes, stomach. I'm not convinced, so that's a good sign that I don't do something too quickly. Okay. I don't think so. Knight d4, rook d4, rook f5, bishop f5, queen d4, bishop d3, queen a1 check, queen b1. What else? Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Queen b1. Queen b1. Bishop b1. Can go rook e8. d8 I mean. Threatening rook d1 check and mate. And also the bishop. Anyway, I'll lock it in. Here comes the pinnacle point. I didn't go that far, so that was a bit kind of lucky. We've got this common theme, which I fail to see a lot of the times in my games is this is at the same time attacking the bishop on here, you see. So the check is a sort of discovery attack on the bishop. And the bishop can't go back in this case to defend itself. And so that's the win of a piece. Now I have to look, what colour am I? I'm black. Okay. Now this is one of the ones I know is here and here, and queen, not rook. Even though I like to play around with that sort of thing. We're going to go check here and f3 and queen f3. Now it's check, is it? No, we don't care. We're not going to worry. We're going to take this and we're going to take this. It's lucky it was check, eh? Because if it wasn't check, it was knight f6 check. In between move, or knight takes queen check. But because it was check, we were let out. Here's we've got just a checkmate in 2 moves with the pawn, even though the king is pretty open. Now this is looking like, as soon as I come up to this position, I hope you do too, you think, well, what's the queen doing here? And so instantly I look for a queen trap, because a long time ago in the South Island Chess Championships, I saw it happen between the top player, where he was black and he captured a pawn on b2 as black, this pawn here, by the way, and not that one, but he captured the b2 pawn, not the g2 pawn, and thereupon lost his queen about 2 moves later and resigned. But he was the top champion. So here we got, this queen is in you know, like, what's she doing anyway? These aren't developed. The king is not safe. There's no central, the only central piece that is in black's camp in this case is the knight, whereas the bishop's obviously moved twice. So if I look at the ratings, black is 18-23. I don't want to say that too much, but one of the major things you don't do in chess is run your queen round, especially taking sort of flank pawns and things like that. So if you do, you run the risk of having her trapped. But the other thing is that Nimzowitsch said it's okay to take central pawns, you know, to grab them, because they're quite good, but we've got all the gambits and all that sort of stuff, so we've got to be careful of that sort of information. And so here we go. Here we have a rook h2, queen h2 check. Okay, we'll go here. Okay, you go in there. Okay. Oh, I didn't think it would be the best way to go, but anyway, they did. Now we've got opportunity to take a piece here. Here we've got this, which is quite nice to play these. I particularly enjoy playing those sorts of moves in chess. They're some of my favourite things. Julie Andrews. Oh, that. I don't know. Now, do we play queen check, rook takes, rook takes, queen takes, and queen a1, or c1, or c3 isn't too much of a problem, I think. I'm going to go here. I don't know. Just don't know sometimes. Okay, we'll go here and we'll go here. So just about to par what the opponent did. So is there any sudden checkmate things here? If we go queen check, the thing is we haven't got many things left, have we? So if the king goes to e8, the beauty is that this knight is pinned, well, pseudo pinned by the rook on d7 and the king on e8, with the absolute pin and the mediocre one. I think the first move is this. Then we have this, and it could be repeating moves. But then I'm going to play this straight away, I think. I'm going to go here. Oh, went that way. Goodness, that wasn't very good. Sparky. Now this one's, I'm alert to this. I hope you are too. Checkmate. Like too much chess. The king here, b4. This is not particularly happy, this one. ab4, that would be good, but what about, not a5, because b3, and this king is outside the square, and this pawn's 2 away, so I'm going to king here. I'm going to go pawn takes. That's it. That's all I wanted to know. I'm going to just check whether or not, I'll check whether there's any speech. There isn't. Must be just, I thought you were going to play chess. So Roadrunner's actually one of my favourite, Coyote and Roadrunner are some of my favourites. So have I just seen the thing here? No, I haven't. Okay. This position is just an overloaded defense of the rook on c1 sort of thing. So it's queen check and rook takes. No, this is thematic. Oh, just sort of joking. And then the e4 pawn drops as well. So we play this check. We're currently an exchange down without counting the pawns. So if rook b3, then queen e4 check, and or is it? Hold on. Is it this move? That's quite interesting, because I think it is actually. Now here's a double attack on the rook h7, queen c2. So we're going to get moves like maybe knight d5 check to take the sting out of black's game, but that won't be any good because, it'll be alright. Oh, what? That one I didn't see. I didn't see that one. That was a good one, boy. Now we've got this check, and then the king has to go here, and then we've got this check here. King takes rook, and we have a one game here, even though this is an H pawn, because this B pawn is something that black's gonna have to have the, gonna have to go after it. Whereas meantime, we're gonna run this H pawn, but black hasn't got time to look after that. The H pawn I'm talking about. Right, so what do we do here? This is like, this can be a wee issue, sort of, because yeah, it just can be. I can see checkmates here, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. Now, the main defender of white's kingside is this knight. So I'm thinking possibly that's the first move. I could play this move, and I can also play this move. I've just seen this move. So that's the thing about looking at these things, is you see them after I thinking that I'm going to go rook e5, take the knight, and then I see another thing. Now, when we play queen d1, we're obviously on this rook twice. Then rook e4 is a possibility, because we're still defending the queen, and this queen's attacking this queen. Whereas other moves that I thought of one was rook f2, actually, to be honest. But then we just play queen takes queen. Pardon me, excuse me. Hope that didn't come through too loudly. So after queen d1, okay, rook e4, then we have f3. We have an instant check. I think I like the idea of, but I'm not completely sure, but I like the idea of playing rook f7 and then bishop c4. Is that any good? Yeah, a wee bit tangy for me, this one, because I've got things to do. Oh dear, sometimes chess can be kind of like a wee bit basic. And like I'm definitely looking at this f7 pawn straight away. But then I'm not completely convinced. I mean, I kind of like rook f7 I've said that before. And rook f7, king g8. I kind of like bishop c4. But I also kind less like rook g7 check after rook f7 check, king g8, rook g7. I kind of like this bishop c4 move. Because it, what does it threaten? What does it threaten? Am I just missing something that it threatens? It threatens rook away to say a7, check, and then king, then rook take. Then rook check, and I'm going to play this. I might be locking it in here. Okay, well, I did lock it in. And I was just there on time, wasn't I? Because it's quite good, because it threatens rook a7 sort of thing, and then rook a8 check, because it's a discovery check with the bishop on c4. Got to watch that bishop, though. Don't want the rook to take it. Anyway, I'm doing something that someone doesn't like me doing. Wow, this has got me thinking, what is this one? Yeah, I'm just thinking, what is this one? Maybe it's queen takes pawn. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Usually it's queen here. But not in this case. So we have the only real defensive move, because what's up material, obviously. Maybe it's see, and if the bishop was here, okay, and we throw a queen in here later on onto f3, then bishop f2 to c5, check, and rook takes queen next move. So I don't know. It's just chess, isn't it? I'm also thinking of queen g6. But then I can see rook f4 is not too nice for black, in this case me. So we have bishop f2. Upon queen b2. And at the moment our queen is attacked. Do I play queen here? I think I'm going to lock in queen h4. And we've got bishop g5 check, queen g5. And that's pretty reasonable. I'll play here. But I'll take that. What? I'll take that. I'll take everything. Black ends up in a materialistic winning position. Okay. First of all, we check for checks. And then we check for captures. That's what they say. And other ones that I always check for first is attacks, because they're more fun. Okay, we've got this one of a exchange. See, because knight c4, and then after pawn takes, no good, is because of bishop h7 check and queen d6. And this is puzzle number 40. So I failed yesterday on about 30 something. So if I get this one right, Sparky, I will beat the last record, but not the record. The record is, I think I got up to, is it 80 or 70? You can check the stats. So once we play this move, if the queen moves, then we just take the rook. And thereby we've got a bishop, a rook. This is what I used to do, don't worry, it's true. Knight, bishop, rook. Hold on, how does that work out? What's the situation at the moment is we're even, so win the exchange. Sorry about that. And now the immediate impulse is to play rook s6. And then we have king e8 or bishop f7. If king e8, I've just seen that we've got this huge triple G file, which used to be called the King's Knights file or the King Knight file, that sort of thing. But now it's called the G file for short. I don't know, for Nigel short, the super grandmaster that he is. So we've got a few things happening here. Okay. Oh, whatever. Did I miss that? I did too, didn't I? I was talking about the triple. Oh, I got up to 40. Did I get up to 40? Or was that the 40th? Which number is that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, well that's me, I think. I missed that. How ridiculous. There's hope for everyone. There's hope for me. Okay. Thank you very much, and all the best with your chess, no matter where it's at. And primarily try to enjoy the game chess, even when these things happen.